Hi everyone. I'm actually on Cockatoo Island, and this is my second day, my last day. I'm leaving tomorrow. Um, what's really interesting is I was guided to come here, and I wasn't really sure why. I mean, I've been interested to come to the islands in the harbour, but this was the one I always wanted to come to. I thought cockatoo. Who doesn't love a cockatoo? And it's camp, It sounded like my cup of tea. So I came here, and then I kind of realised why it was that I came here, and that was because this island is a prison. It's a prison in so many different ways. Not only was it, a colonial prison where there were, slaves here, prisoners who were treated like slaves, but there were also found a second life as an industrial prison, in the sense that the workmen who were all here were all exploited and treated like slaves as well. This is the tunnel that they built that I'm walking through. And then, whether they lived or died, and a lot of them did die, and their lives were completely expendable. No one cared. But that's the whole master-slave dynamic. It's all about the master, and the slave is only there to be exploited. And whether they live or die doesn't really matter, so long as the master gets what they want out of them. But they weren't the only ones. I was thinking also, colonisation is completely about the master-slave dynamic. Colonisation imports that idea. There has never been a coloniser that's turned up to a country and said, we're both equals. It's, I'm the master, you're the slave. And they also treat the land like that. They dominate the land and exploit it. Exploit it for what they can get out of it. What happens to it, they don't care, as long as they get their money and they're out of there, they've got their whatever they want out of it, that's all that matters. Aboriginal people too, they were slaves, treated like slaves, like real slaves. And they were exploited and their lives were completely expendable. No one, whether they lived or died, it didn't really matter. Look at Tasmania, the genocide that happened in Tasmania. So I realised, this is my last day, and I'm leaving tomorrow. And it kind of occurred to me that I have a choice here. And my guides have been sort of urging me. There was one last thing that I needed to sort of figure out. And it was, when I leave this island tomorrow, I'm not going to be a prisoner anymore. I've been a prisoner myself in terms of, the fears that had really gripped me in my life, like chains that were shackled around my ankles, that might as well have been cement boots. I mean, they really kept me stuck. My life has been stuck in one position for 50 years. 50 years is a long sentence, And the reason why I came here was to make me realise that I have a choice when I leave tomorrow. I can either stay where I am, stay stuck, and let these fears get the best of me and remain like that forever and die like these people did. But I have a choice, and that is when I leave, I'm going to leave as a free man. I'm going to cut those chains, the chains of fear, anxiety, all the things that have held me back, that have kept me prisoner. They've kept my life prison. That stopped me from enjoying my life in every possible sense. And when I leave tomorrow, I will leave as a free man.